Good evening.
Manage
Merry
how you
Christmas.
talk. Don't greet me. I don't want to hear greeting. You have to
Daddy
manage how
Freeze.
you talk. So you understand what
Okay.
it's a very
So here's the thing.
sensitive matter.
I know. Daddy Freeze, first of all, good evening. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Noel here from London, in England here. So, I think the most important thing we need to understand is the Nigerian government has to confirm this officially. I mean, even if, so from a United Nations perspective, I mean, given the Act of 1945, you know, that agreement that we had after the Second World War, the Nigerian government has to be aware of whoever, whether it's America, it's Ghana, it's Cameroon, it's even Benin Republic. So whether it's America or Britain or whoever, there has to be some kind of audience for the Nigerian government. They need to know what's happening. I mean, it's not a matter of Trump saying he'll do this or do that. I think the most important thing we need to understand is on what are the circumstances. Daddy Freeze, I'm sure you're aware that the United States of America is building the biggest embassy in the world in Nigeria. I'm sure you're aware of that, right? In Lagos. Yes, right. They have one in Abuja and they have one in Lagos. So, well, Lagos as well. And so the most important thing is, what is the relationship between Nigeria and America? Because a few weeks ago, I think the NSA, chief, bless him, was in America, and they had a conversation. It was a decent conversation between Nigeria and United States. So what is this for? Are they good intentions? Are they bad intentions? No one knows. I think the most important thing is we shouldn't start crying or, people going crazy about certain things. We need to understand why and what's happening. I think that's the first thing. We all know Trump says a lot of things, but there is governance. And America is a very powerful country, one of the most powerful countries in the world. So there is Nigeria, of course, is one of the most powerful African countries in the world, and one of the most, successful African countries. We are the seventh largest producer of oil, crude oil, natural resources in the world. So I think the most important thing is understanding what is going on from the government, from the national security advisors, from the security bodies in Nigeria, and you're correct, you're 100% correct, Daddy Freeze, about social media doing it could be on his blog saying things, but there need to be some kind of governance between Nigeria and United States to understand exactly what's going on. There may be things that we're not privy to know, Daddy Freeze. So there may be things that the presidency knows.
After that, you come.
There may be things that we are not privy to know, Daddy Freeze. That the office of the president of Nigeria knows that we don't know. So we can't start saying things, confirming this or that. Whatever, like I said before, whatever Trump says or does, I'm sure the American government will know about what's happening. I don't think it's just something we need to watch what's going on and hear from the other party. We can't hear from someone who's 7,000 miles away in another country, saying things about what's happening and Nigeria not aware of it. We need to understand exactly what the circumstances are. And that's it. Until we hear from the Nigerian government and officials, we can't really accept anything, can we?
Okay, so bro, sir, whenever people come out and say that America has no right to do this, America has no right to do this, the primary aim of the president of the United States of America is to protect the sovereign integrity of the United States from every form of terrorism, both foreign and domestic.
Just say TER. Just say
any form of TER, from both foreign or domestic. Now, when there is a foreign threat, let me give you an example. Imagine this things happening in the Northwest is ISIS. We know that. They are affiliated to ISIS. It's ISWAP, ISIS West Africa. Imagine they get so powerful and they take over Nigeria. They can launch coordinated strikes on the US and its allies, both in Africa and in the United States. Do you remember what happened when they took over Iraq and some parts of Syria? They were a global disgrace. America does not want to sit back and watch that happen under their nose again while they remain world power. There is a charter agreement that gives America the power to go in and dislodge when the government of any country in the world fails to. And they are not targeting northern businessmen. They are not targeting northern schools. They are targeting northern criminals. And I expect the presidency to issue out a press release and tell them, thank you, America, for doing what we couldn't do. They don't need the consent of anybody.
Nigeria is a sovereign state. Nigeria is a sovereign state.
Nigeria is a sovereign state.
Yes.
Nigeria is a sovereign state. Yes.
It has the right to defend himself, regardless of America
Was
or Federal Republic.
was Pakistan not a sovereign state when they flew into Pakistan to take out Osama bin Laden? Pakistan was a sovereign state then. Guys, please, let's stop playing politics with real life things. We are talking about a country where we are hearing of coordinated attack. This a cell discovered in Lagos, a cell discovered in Anambra, a cell discovered in here. And you guys think it's not serious? All it's going to take is for these guys to run off by mistake one battalion of the Nigerian army. They will now have a base to operate from. I'm not saying that the Nigerian government cannot do anything, but they are slow in what they are doing. They're slow in their response. What I expected from the presidency after Donald Trump issued that warning was the swift response we had in Benin Republic when there was a coup attempt in Benin Republic. I expected all the jets in Makurdi to be in the northwest, dropping coordinated babies on these guys. Failure to have done it. I don't think the United States was left with any other option than to come in and at least try to salvage us. And also, when you guys are talking about the presidency knowing, if I am Donald Trump, I will not let the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria know. Because every fingers are pointing to people, allegedly, within the presidency. Then why should I tell them? The president, don't forget that the presidency is not an individual, it's an institution. The fingers are pointing to people within the presidency. We've seen press conferences of an ex-military intelligence chief, ex-DSS men, saying that we know who these people are. Some of them are in government. Why should Donald Trump be sharing the same intel with that government?
All right. Okay. Let me say something now.
Okay.
Daddy Freeze, well done. I greet everybody in the house. Yes. So first of all, my statement is not even about justification or non justification. I want to first of all say that as a Nigerian, we know that definitely no Nigerian, whether you are in America, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you have dual citizenship, whether you have only Nigerian citizenship, no wise Nigerian will be happy that Nigeria is always in the news for the bad reasons, such as this, okay? Not just only America coming, but things that are happening there. Yesterday, somebody called me and I was surprised first time in my life that somebody went for an immigration interview in the US and the case that was supposed to be approved immediately. The officer looked at him and said, "You are a member of Black House. Therefore, we are not going to approve this. This is a gang." Why did I start from there? You will say it's not related to this. Hold on now. Now, why did I start from there? I start from there because I want to explain something to you. The United States, like we already know, has its downside. But one thing they are good at is when things start coming up, The US do the police. They watch things, they know, they hear, and they follow the trend. So that was why I gave that example. But I don't want us to digress to that part. This Donald Trump's action, as he has claimed, because I've looked at all the news recently, I sent it to you, dear. Is like the gentleman upstairs up there said, it's a developing news. We don't know the resultant effect, but I know that the president of the United States does not talk anyhow. So he has said that it is massive, and he used the word that they are casualties already. So we know that they are already casualties, and he said it was massive. Those are his exact words, and the Christmas gift to the tea people. Okay? Now, when you say, because I'm going to address the man upstairs, because I didn't like what you said when you talked about sovereignty. You see, it's so unfortunate that I live in America, because I would have loved to say this. I've noticed something about some Nigerians. The fact that you have bad blood against a certain country does not mean you should be biased. I'll give you an example. When Nigeria went to call France to come and collect all of you NIN, nobody said Nigeria is a sovereign country. You cannot come into our country and carry all our data, our details, and share it with another sovereign country. I don't know if you understand. Because giving your NIN to France is like America giving their social security, their solar to Nigeria or any other country, which will never happen. But Nigerians don't see it as a bad thing. If a Chinese or China comes to Nigeria to collect their resources, Nigerians are not angry. But once they just hear America, there's this hatred. I don't know why. There's this bitterness. Am I saying America is perfect? No. There's this reluctance about America. And let me tell you, if China had thrown this thing, so Nigeria will not be angry. You think I'm joking? They won't be angry. But once they just say America, so without missing words, what am I trying to say here? We are all here. We follow these things systematically since this incident started. Our national security advisors and others, they came here to the US to meet with the US people. They even told Nigerians that they've come into an agreement to tackle these people. Did they not say it? They have pictures and video evidence of these things. So America did not just come and drop something there without meeting with the Nigerian government before now. So they already reached an agreement. And from what we heard, the Americans say they're not coming on ground. Whatever they are going to do, they will do from up. It's balloons, they will just be giving us blow. Christmas, happy Christmas. So what am I trying to say here? I don't think the Nigerian government, but let's wait for their reaction. But I'm just projecting based on what we have all seen. So they're already working with the Nigerian government. And if you are a Nigerian that is very severe, regardless of whether you like America, you like Trump, you don't like Trump, you will notice one thing has changed. Because life is all about mentality. Before this Trump came into this Nigerian matter, these people used to think that they are Alpha and Omega in that country. I'm telling you, they go as far as even threatening a sitting president of Nigeria that if you don't obey, you will never come back again. Do you know what that gentleman, even though I'm not his supporter, you understand? That Bola Tinubu had a pity round. Because before Trump came, if President Trump went to help him indirectly, you will not understand. They were already conditioning a man with this their level, saying no go collect next election. Because they know what they do. All of them do it. When they see that they don't want the president, they will make the place ungovernable for you. So this is a question of politics, religion, and order. I'm not even seeing it from a Christian angle. Even that Christian angle is even divisive. I don't believe it's just a Christian thing. No, I believe they are targeting Nigeria, and politicians being who they are, they can sacrifice even their own mother and father. So even if a Christian or a Muslim politician want power, and what they need to do is to take his own fellow faith person to go, they will do it. You know? So why am I trying to say this? Since this incident happened, look at what I've seen. The man Who look at the people they're arresting now? Some of the financiers of this nonsense. Small they are getting to them. Look at how they changed some people in the office. Before the president can want to do it, but they will condition him. But now they cannot. And now, even if the president has done this without Donald Trump DT, let me tell you what they would have said. They would say they want to buy their people.
Earpiece. Are you using earpiece?
Yes, I changed it. You can hear me better now.
Yes. Earpiece, not the let
Good.
them.
All right. So at the end of the day,
The day down, it goes still the peak.
I should
No,
put it
it's
where?
fine now. It's fine now. I think it's fine now.
No,
It's fine now.
It's fine.
I'm good.
That's
So
good.
right. So the point I'm going to is that no matter what, let us just say there are things I would not have said. It's not like I even support this man, oh, but the truth must be said. This power drunkenness of these certain people that feel they head the country. Okay, look at how our national security personnel that were owning those offices before. Look at their CV. You're gonna be somebody from water board to come and be controlling the entire security structure of Nigeria. Because of US interference now, those things are not changing. Do you understand my point? Before, even if
Sabio,
yeah,
Sabio,
yes.
why would we have those things in the first place?
Yeah, I understand, John. You are 100% correct. But what I'm saying, let us just deal with the issue now. Because in the first place, I will answer that. That's a great question. That's where I'm going to. Why you ask that in the first place is this. Imagine you, John, that now you be even Baba, that is BT, where did our office, Let me tell you the truth. If you realize that these people are telling you that if you don't put this our gap for national security, you're not going to figure our vote, oh, because we know what will be wrong. We'll start to the scatter everywhere.
Sabio,
Your hands are tied.
Sabio.
Yes.
I will not hold that brief for anybody, because as the president and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, your primary responsibility is not re-election. It's securing the lives and properties of Nigerians.
Yes.
Whether you're re-elected or not. Let's stop holding brief for our bad leaders.
No. Nobody's holding brief for them.
If I am president and,
Mhm.
and anybody comes and tell me that they won't re-elect me, I'll tell them, don't re-elect me, but you see these 4 years that I am here, things will work. And I'll set up institutions to make sure that whether you don't re-elect me, the next person cannot be mad again.
Yes, that's supposed to be the norm. That's what we are saying.
So I don't
That's
care.
supposed to be the norm.
I don't care if anybody's telling
Yes.
me that he's not going to be re-elected. He has failed.
Right.
He has failed. Simple.
Yes, that is supposed to be the norm. That's what me and you are saying here. But I am telling you, there's a difference between being the norm and based on what is happening in our society. It's like when DF says some certain things, maybe say this is the norm in the abroad or something like that. It doesn't mean that is right, but this is what is applicable. So when I'm speaking, I'm not only, I've told you here, if BT are not supporting one day, but what I'm telling you the system in that place. But now, what is good? We are seeing changes. That's what I'm trying to say. We are seeing those changes that we are not supposed to even have in the first place. You should not have gotten to that place, which you are now indicating. Okay? So, what did he say? Do you know that the statement of DT right after this thing, it sounded like a warning and the end. But he said, if, he used the word, he said, if it continues, there will be more. What the US have just done, let me tell you what I think they are doing. They're trying to tell these people that, let's just give you an example. I don't know if you understand. If you think you are down there, we can reach you. You know the way they say example A. So the US just showed example. Now, these people will now realize that, oh, so the technology that these people have, you know, there's a difference between seeing US go do it somewhere else and they do it to you. So they did it directly to show them that no matter where you are, if we want to get you, we are going to get you.
You know, when people were complaining about US wanting to come and build a military base in Nigeria, I told them, you see, everything America wants to do, they don't need to put one single boot on Nigerian soil to do it.
No.
They can launch everything from drone command centers in Africa. Africom, just here. Africom, if you start to swim well from Nigerian waters, if you swim this Africom, It's just here waiting for you. They can launch them from drone command centers in Africa. The drones will fly straight up.
Did you listen to
Payload.
did you listen to Israel Prime Minister's statement today, even before the release of this
No,
track?
I didn't.
If you had listened to it, you suspect that something like this will happen. It's the first time that the Israel Prime Minister said, for the first time, that they will not. He mentioned Nigeria specifically today. Today, you will see it will come out. He said that they will not take the whatever Christian whatever in this. So I knew that something was going to happen. He said it today. He even gave example. Yes, go ahead.
And you know, when people try to be diplomatic and say that it's not about Christians, it's not about Muslims, people like us get agitated because we lived it, we saw it. With no disrespect to the North, or with no disrespect to my Muslim brothers, not every Muslim is like that.
Absolutely.
But whether we like it or not, there are those particular Muslims that are radicalized. The primary target are Christians. Anybody can quote me anywhere. I grew up in Maiduguri. I was born, bred, and buttered in Maiduguri. In my lifetime as a young man, between my ages of consciousness and the age of 20, I witnessed not less than 7 religious crises, very brutal ones. From the Bauchi massacre to the Sharia crisis to different crises. The one where person where they France go draw something. They go come catch Christian where they Maiduguri. We no even know where France did. We don't know where France did. That doesn't even know that France exists in the map. The earlier we start speaking against this, the better for us. Because if we don't, it will become a norm. How many times Deborah was brought out, was unalived for her faith, because of her faith, whether we like it or not. It was because of her faith, because her faith is different from theirs. Till tomorrow, the Department of Public Prosecution have not prosecuted the key suspects in that event.
Yes.
Who is the
And because to add to that, do you know that because of America now, that guy have been released? The guy that protected himself.
The guy that
protected
against that Fulani headsman in his farm.
Yes, he has been released. You know,
but Deborah cannot be released.
No, I'm just giving an example. No, that guy was not even supposed to be released in the first place. You know that.
He wasn't supposed to be
if not for Yankida Pumat. So what are we trying to say? We are all saying the same thing. These people, they were over believing in themselves. And I always tell people like, who care to know? Haven't lived in all these countries, Asia, Europe, and now America. I tell people something. As you are sitting there, that if you sit down there, America there around them. Every day I keep saying it. How is America around him? If you hold your phone, you will see American technology inside there. If you go your social media, where you want open today, there's no Nigerian that does not interact with America on a daily basis. If you are not using American-owned company, Facebook, you are using Instagram, you are using Gmail, you are using Apple. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? These people, they have every means to target these people. So when they come to you and they tell you that they are seeing these people getting closer, people think they are joking. Before the former president of Nigeria left, what was the greatest challenge he had? John will tell you, we all know it, was that Ruga issue. Because that was when they wanted to distribute all of them everywhere. Everywhere. They were going to distribute them everywhere so that if anything happened, they take over anywhere. All those ones that you are talking here, you are saying not. If not for the fact that that period they were planning those things, you know, there was rebellion by different states, farmers, and some state governors they're talking about ranching and all those kind of stuff. If not, as they are bringing the cattle, putting them there, they are putting their whatever people there. Do you understand? So the point here is that we are not, I hope and I believe, it's still my prayer. I don't like what is going on. I just pray this one will sound as a warning, if at all, and let's just hope that this thing don't even come to this point. That is what I'm praying for. Nobody wants to see it. You just turn every time Niger. No, it's not good now. Even for us, it's not good.
But my question, my question is, and my question to the presidency, whom I pay taxes to, is how is he quick to respond to a coup d'etat in Benin Republic, and is not quick to respond to these miscreants in northern Nigeria?
The answer is clear now. A very clear answer, which is what we said initially. These people, once they are there in the office, anything that affects their election, why he's responding to that country is not because he likes that country. It's because he knows that those people's mission are to be bringing military to take over in their country and Francophone taking possession before we reach our turn. That was why he did that. Anything that will affect their re-election, I am telling you this, anything that will affect them from power, they will react. Let me tell you, if for instance it was possible, if Trump, for instance, it was possible, I'm not saying it's possible, if Trump called Baba Etarum, tell and say, come, if you not do this thing, I swear on my oath, you will never win your next election. Anything I tell I go to do. I'm telling you, they are selfish. They don't care. That's what I'm trying to explain to you just now when I said, at the time the US has not come, if they are calculating things and they see that what favor them, even though they know that thing is bad, is playing blind eyes to these people, they keep doing it. Not as if they don't know what to do. Do you understand my point? Like when you were saying just now, you said, you asked a question. You said, why must it come to this? If not for the US, for instance, that it have failed. If a village is attacked in Nigeria, for instance, and Baba sent people to go and wipe that village, the people that did it, these people will go to their radio and start announcing that this man is wiping their religion. They will turn it against him.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now he has some covering. Any small thing you say it's America, it's not me. Do you understand?
No, but let's get it right.
Okay.
Where nobody is saying that he should go to Sokoto, or Gusau, or Birnin Kebi to drop payloads. No, we are saying these people use telephones to communicate. For every phone call you make, it is routed via a telecommunication mast that can be traced. When you trace those telecommunication masts, you can actually identify the bush that call is coming from. When you identify the bush that call is coming from, basic technology, launch a drone with a CO2 sensor, a carbon dioxide sensor into that bush. It will tell you exactly where humans are, because human beings breathe out carbon dioxide. Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So if the drone is flying with a CO2 sensor, where there is oxygen, CO2 level will be low. That is the only trees that are there. But once it gets to any place where the CO2 level spikes up, there's human activity going on there. Once you identify
John,
that,
you are a first class graduate. I know that. At least I heard that, and Trump that the freeze confirmed it. There's something I want to say to you, John, as a first class graduate. As you are sitting there, I know you did engineering. I don't know the specific discipline. If you go to any university, even without professor, even you can use theory to tell us how Nigeria will have 24 hours power electricity today. You will prove it on a dashboard, with chalk, pen and barrel. Are you hearing me? Nigerians are so intelligent, for instance, that even a Nigerian man can design a vehicle for Toyota in Japan, but the Nigerian cannot do ordinary rubber plastic in Nigeria. What am I trying to say? All these things you just said now are things that probably possible, but what I'm saying is that even if you are the president trying to do that, this system in itself, will it function? So there have been many things that Nigerians know the solution in theory, but have never come to fulfillment in practical. Because even if the president say that tower they are going to hack, whatever, these people will tell you, not them. Now they won't put as the head of the person that control the tower. So that when the president now asks where's the location, instead of left, they'll say it's right.
So, bro, look at it this way. For payloads for a normal drone, carrying an interballistic, a sub-ballistic missile, just that missile alone can cost up to $100,000.
Yes.
Can cost up to $100,000. Now, in strikes, precision, in strikes from a third world country, precision is key. So it is cheaper for you to apply this technology. We're not asking them to design a drone. No, buy it. Buy an already existing technology.
Yes.
Just apply it.
Yeah.
Just apply it. And when the Nigerian military knows how to do all these things, I can tell you for facts.
Yes, they have engineering.
You know what I'm saying?
They have engineering departments.
The problem is the willpower from the approval structure.
That's what we are saying now. We are saying the same thing. The system.
So in that case, Donald Trump should come in.
Please,
John,
let me quickly clarify this. DF,
Battery is about to
good
go,
evening.
so let
Yeah,
us
let me quickly
allow my dear brother to share his 2 cents on this particular.
Okay. I just read on Reuters now, and this is it, that this strike is at the instance of a request from Nigeria. So yeah, it is here on Reuters. You can read it.
Bro, I don't believe that. If it was the request of the Nigerian, if it was the request, see, damage, damage control.
Wait, John, wait, let me just
tell you something.
Wait now.
The instance and request of the Nigerian government.
I understand, but
Donald Trump will add it in his statement.
Don't let us quick to condemn our country like that.
I will condemn.
It's not condemning. Nobody's condemning. Who's condemning our country yet?
What have they been doing for the past 10 years?
See, everything you have said you are correct.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it. You see, the news is just breaking, and now by tomorrow we get more clarification or we get more clarity on these things. So for me, I quickly went on to check. I didn't check any Nigerian media, and I saw that it's the instance of Nigeria. And definitely, we've seen our national security advisor move to US, come back like 2 times, and then
we've talked about that. Yes,
in diplomacy, you said it, Sabio. In diplomacy, there are treaties that you sign. These treaties are things that will guide you on what to do and what not to do. I'm not saying, see, Nigeria, Trump, I've even checked under world rules and regulations that Trump can invade. Definitely, when they came to rescue the Americans here, I guess it was in collaboration with Nigerian soldiers. Definitely, they can't just except there is a war situation. Now, is any American government establishment threatened? If they are threatened, they can do whatever. I'm just saying it, but right now, you have mentioned and you captured it well, most especially John, that we don't have the willpower. See, this country, we have the banditry, if I can mention, I don't want to call it.
No, but there's a clarity you need to make. Sorry, wait, 1 minute. There's a clarity you need to make. Okay. The clarity you need to make, please, while I just make that comment, is this. See, there's a when me and you, I tell you something, there's mosquito in my house, and you give me authority and said, okay, this mosquito, after you see the mosquito, kill it.
Thank you.
It means you have given me order, but not like when I want to go and kill the mosquito, I will not call you.
I tell you.
Like I said, this evening, I want to go and kill mosquito in your
All
ass.
you day
So
your
when they
head.
say in collaboration with Nigeria, what they
All
mean
you,
there is
Yeah,
that
the
all you day your
Eastern.
head.
Nigeria has already given the US the power to say, okay,
All
if
you
you
day
see
your
them,
head.
take them.
They
Meanwhile,
said,
Nigerian government don't know the time. How
All
can you
you
go and
day
tell
your
Nigerian
head.
government you are coming tomorrow morning? You're not going to see those terrorists
You
again.
never see them again. You
see,
never see them
this
again.
is this is
So
what we are
we're about
actually.
to
This
round off. Thank you
see,
so much for all
okay,
your input. My battery is about to go. God
okay.
Lord. Yeah.
on
God.
much.
Funny.
Thank you.
Sabio,
All
God,
right, brother.
we are on
All right, take
standby
care.
as the matter unfolds. We will
Foods,
Yes.
yeah. We'll get
make
more
sure
details.
that the details get.
We'll
Please,
get
they
more
should drop more.
details.
America, drop more, drop more,
God
drop
Yes.
more.
bless
So yeah, we
No,
want
no,
it.
no, no. I
and
beg.
God
John, take
bless.
it
Drop
easy.
more,
You.
drop
You
more.
just
Don't
drop
mind the
it. I
price,
beg. I
drop
don't
more.
want. They will leave
Thank you, ladies.
Nigeria tomorrow.
Drop more,
Thank
drop
God.
more. Drop more,
Thank you.
drop more.